series about React Native. Today, now we have started the real topics in React Native. We are going to begin with state. What is a state in React Native? Here they are saying that the data inside React components is managed by state and props. So in this chapter, we will talk about state. So here down, they have just made the headline. What is the difference between state and props? The state is mutable, while props are immutable. What is meant by the word mutable in simple terms? Something mutable is something which can be changed dynamically. But immutable is the opposite of mutable. So immutable is something which can't be changed. So for this case, a state is something which can be changed. Whereas props, they are things, or it is something which can't be changed. So this means that state can be updated in the future, while props cannot be updated. Something very simple like that. So today we are going to make our hands dirty. We are going to create an application, a small application, and then see how to implement state and props in React Native. What you're going to do, open up your IDE. Me, I'm going to use WebStorm, and I've already created an application, but I can show you how to create an application. Come to file here, and then you go to new. When you go to new, then go to project. When you go to project, they will show you list of many projects which can be created in WebStorm. WebStorm, as I've told you earlier ago, that it's a nice IDE and it's very simple to be used. So you can come here to React Native, and then you come here and then you try to name the name of your app you wish. So we are going to call our project catalog app. Then we press this create. So when you press create, I've already created my project. It's going to take a while, and we are going to see down here some words which are going to be coming, something like this. It's going to show you some little words. You are going to create a list of words are going to come, which shows that you are creating an application. Then afterwards it will open up like this. So when the app opens up like this, this is how the application is going to appear. Since I'm on Windows, I'm going to be developing for Android only, but but you can be able to develop for iOS as well. So there are two files here. There is this one, index.android.js, and also there is another one here, index.ios.js. So you just need to write the code, or you need to share the code in these different files, so that they are being able, or so that they are seen on their different platforms. So for this one, index.ios.js, it's responsible for the iOS side, and this one, index.android.js, is the one responsible for the Android side. So as we've said earlier on, we are going to see how to implement a state. So let us first review this code. This is the import. Here we have to import the React Native, and then this second import you see here, these are the sum of the components we are going to use, like text, view, style sheet, app registry. And then here, this is how we create our class. The class is the class boundary is from here up to here down. So things which are within this class are the ones which are going to make the app visible on the emulator or the simulator. So within this class, there is what we call render. So this render is a function which is going to render the components on the screen, and inside the render, according to the syntax, you have to be able to return those values or components which have to be visible on the screen. So when we see inside here, there is a view. A view is referred to as a container. So inside the view, you can put many items as you wish. So people who have been developing on the web, they've been using a view as a div, but here div won't work. We shall be using a view to be our container. So we have a text. This first text is showing us welcome to React Native. The second text shows us get started, edit index to this. Then this one shows us to double tap R on your keyboard. So down here there is a list. There are list of styles which are declared down, whereby a person can be able to design the components here. Like for example, this text, you can call this style dot welcome. You can when you come here to the styles, you see welcome here and instructions as well here, and also container here. You can be able to see them here. For those who have been able to develop some CSS applications or some CSS examples, can be able to understand this. So for CSS, you know, here there is and something, this dash is the one which separates the word, but here, as you see, if you put it, the errors are going to come. Here we separate these words by camel casing. So I forgot to tell you this, but you have to be also having this. You have to be having what we call an emulator, but it is better for people on Windows to use what we call a Genymotion emulator. So when you come here, in your emulator, let me first remove this application, because for me I already ran the application. Let me first move it. It's quite a good emulator, and it has more features compared to other emulators. You use this emulator and then you open your project. Then here at the top you run the application. So when you run the application, here they will try to show you the steps they are taking to run the application, building and installing the app on the device. So you have to wait the app here on the device until it's going to come. So let us be patient and we wait for the application. Well, the application has finished well and it has been able to run. So you see here they say welcome to React Native. To get started, edit index.android.js, double tap on your keyboard to reload. Let us double tap and you see. If you double tap, you see that you are able to reload the application. So to implement the state, since we've been able to see this hello world, so let us first remove all these things here and we try to implement the state. To implement the state, first and foremost, we are going to make what we call a state and a prop as well. So let us come here and we create a folder, new, and we call it main. So this is our folder. So inside here in main, let us add another JavaScript file and we call it let us call it home. So when we call it home, inside this home folder we are going to put